again this season unless I mean y'all won't have to play them again. But you know, there always is that kind of like, what if the hypothetical scenario, like if you guys were to play again, you know, how? I guess the question would be is, you know, y'all are still a really good football team, and I think turnovers aside, like that game was looking like it was all in y'all's favor, and y'all could have ran away with it.
First quarter, you know, I mean, we looked really good. I mean, we stopped their offense, and you know, I thought we played well on defense really the whole first half to the last couple of minutes. We had them sitting there, you know, feeling really good going into halftime, and then we had the crazy stuff that happened, you know, and looking back on it, probably should have just ran the dang clock down a little further and let them try the field goal. But anyway, you know, sometimes when you lose momentum, it's hard to get it back, and that's what happened.
You mentioned the turnovers. It was just really two different halves from both of you guys. If you could pinpoint one turning point that was, I guess, one key moment that was a turning point, what would it be? Well,
I mean, when we came out the second half, we needed to stop them. You know, we knew they were going to get the ball first. They had all that momentum going into halftime, and we needed to go out and stifle them in that first drive, and we didn't do it. So after that, they just kind of got more and more momentum. They got their confidence, you know, the whole deal, and then you saw the rest of the half. Offensively, we played good the whole game. You know, we moved the ball everywhere on them. We punted one time. It's just turnovers killed us, and that's the story of the game.
And last week you talked about how good their offensive line is, and we saw that especially in the second half, wearing, you know, the defense down, and really, you know, keeping it close at halftime for them allowed them to kind of do that in the second half. And you know, without the turnovers, y'all might have been up something like 31-9, and they would have had to play kind of totally different in the second half. Is that kind of the way you saw it?
No, that's just kind of ifs, ands, and buts. But yeah, I mean, if we go up, boom, 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 like, you know, if it would have been 21-0 right there, then yeah, that's a totally different deal. I mean, you never know. They got a good football team, and their offense is hard for us to handle. You know, it's hard enough when you're, you know, when everything goes perfect, and when it doesn't, then you know, it makes it that much more difficult because we keep giving them opportunities. You know, you keep giving them, like I said, opportunity after opportunity, and they're a good football team. They're going to capitalize on some of that. So, you know, it's the way it went. I'm extremely proud of our team. We still have another shot at the district title, you know, and so that's where we're at right now.
Was that really your message to the team afterwards, that, you know, it's no fun to lose, especially to this team in this game, but all your goals, you know, the district and everything else is still out there?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly was. I mean, you know, we won 4 in a row to give ourselves an opportunity. Abilene beat Permian. That gives us an opportunity. So we had 2 shots at it. We didn't take care of it the first time. Now it's going to be the second time. Maybe we can.
I guess it's kind of feeding off of what he said. You know, and it's kind of backtracking to what I was getting to, and I think I didn't necessarily know how to ask it, but it's like on any given week, you know, any of these teams can beat one another, and you've said that before.
Yeah.
But, you know, just looking at kind of where, okay, it could have been 39-9. Like, if you guys did play Permian again, I feel like you guys could go out there and the score could even be flipped of what it was this time. Do you kind of feel that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's easy to say now, but it's just like, I think we're 2 good football teams and pretty evenly matched. You know, they got the better of us on Friday. The first half is kind of like our half, second half is their half. We had way too many turnovers. So if we eliminated those turnovers, yeah, it would have been a heck of a lot closer. It could have come down to the last possession, those kinds of things, and that's kind of what we expected.
Okay, so going into Lee, you mentioned the stake of having a district title on the line. You know, it's the team that everyone kind of thought would be the top dog. You know, what have you kind of been, you know, telling them about Midland League?
Yeah, I mean, they're a dang good football team. They've only lost 1 game, and that was Permian. Their offense is really good, man. They're a lot like us. They got a great quarterback. They got, you know, I don't know, 4 or 5 receivers that they throw the ball to. They're all really good. Running backs really good. You know, they've been putting a lot of points on everybody they played. So it's going to be a big challenge for our defense. I think, you know, as far as their style of play and our style of play on defense, we probably match up a little bit better than we do with Permian and their power stuff. So hopefully that might help us a little bit. But man, they're good. They're good on offense. They're, you know, you look at their stats and everything else. no one slowed them down. So we've got to play good on defense. We've got to have some opportunities, create some turnovers, hopefully. And then on offense, be just like last week, man. When we have it, we got to do something with it, which we did last week. We got to do that. Plus, once again, no turnovers. If we don't hurt ourselves, we're a really good football team.
And, their offense is really good, but their defense, they're good, but they've given up points in games,
right.
Like last week to Midland and 55 to Permian, kind of similar to, how
right.
the game went Friday. So do you think this is just going to be like a really high-scoring shootout?
Well, it looks that way on paper. It looks
Yeah.
that way on paper because they've got a lot of, you look at their scores, they've scored a whole bunch. You look at ours, we scored a whole bunch and everything, but the Shirts game. So, yeah, you're just looking at paper, looks like it's going to be a shootout, and it might be, but, sometimes the opposite happens. So it'll be a good high school game. It's going to be a great atmosphere, playing it, in the afternoon on Friday, and great stadium there. Weather's going to be great, so, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be kind of like a little playoff atmosphere. We're both in the playoffs, so it'll be kind of like a tune-up.
I know that you'd mentioned when y'all played Shoemaker that maybe the only team down the line that would have speed necessarily would be Midland League, but it wouldn't be Killeen speed.
Yeah. They're fast. I don't know that there's a whole lot in the state that's got what Killeen has right now, but Midland is fast. Their receivers, tall, good-looking kids, catch the ball extremely well. The quarterback is the guy. He's a 3-year starter for them, just like ours is, and throws the ball extremely well, runs the ball well, runs their offense. You can tell. They put a lot on him. He calls a lot of stuff from however you line up, and so you can tell they like him a lot. They put a lot of responsibility on him, and he handles it well. And you can see by the points they're putting on the board. So it'd be a big, huge challenge for us. But hopefully we're going to be a big challenge for them too.
And going back to the offensive performance Friday. Malachi, broke another record, single game record with passing yards in a game. And Jalen Lafesti just exploded, had a monster game. 265 yards or so receiving. Touchdowns, a lot of catches. Talk about really like Jalen. Like, did they do anything specifically that opened him up even more, or is he just that dominant in that game?
What they were doing, they were playing a whole bunch of halves coverage on us, and we just tried to do what we could do against that scheme, and Jalen got himself open quite a bit, and he set a school record, 13 catches, 265 yards. That's the most yards in single game in San Angelo history. So that was huge, and that kind of shows you, what the offense is capable of. But the turnovers are what killed us, and once again, Malachi threw 5 touchdowns. It was feast and famine. The guy throws 5 touchdowns, sets a school record for yardage in a game, more than any kid's ever played here. But the turnovers, were the other side of the coin. And when we clean that up, we're hard to beat. And nobody hates it more than he does. But I guarantee you this week he'll show up and he'll be ready to go. Ain't a doubt in my mind.
And I guess with that, just the Midland game again, would you say that, it's really going to come down to which defense is capable of stopping the other offense?
Yeah, I think that's got to be. When you look at it, can neither one of us stop? If the defense that rises up and does accomplish that a few times, they're going to give that team a big advantage, and it won't be easy. These guys are good. I think you've seen that, and everyone knows that. Feel like we're good too. So this is what you're back. You're playing all these games, and you're looking forward to your district games, and this is a big one, man. It's one that we've been looking forward to all year. We're right where we want to be. We got a shot to win a game and get a piece of the title and finish first in district and get a home playoff game. So all those things are out there, and so our team will be ready. We just got to go and get after it and play like we've been playing.
And I hate to continue to ask questions, but just the fact that you guys could potentially get that 6th while being a member of the Will South, 6 straight, that's not only a statement kind of thing because of what this is for West Texas and everything, but the guys know that, right?
That was talked about a long time ago. Like I said just a few minutes ago, we gave ourselves an opportunity And then with Abilene beating Permian, it opened the door for us to have 2 chances at it. And the way the schedule fell, we didn't take care of business last week, but hey, we got a second chance. You don't get a lot of those in life. So let's take advantage of it. And that's what we're thinking right now. Hey, still got a shot at it. Let's go to Midland, see what happens. And we're playing a great football team. And why wouldn't you want to play a great football team? You know, that's the thing. That's how we feel, is why wouldn't we want to go play Midland League for the district championship? If they win, they get a piece of it. If we win, we get a piece of it. So it's going to be a fantastic day, you know, and hope everyone that wants to comes out and watches it.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you for doing this.
Thanks for coming.
Have a good
Bet.
holiday.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.